What's good, Fit Fam? It's your guy, the Pusher God, coming back with the calisthenics program. Get the whiteboard out. As you can see, day 16, meaning leg day, second day of the third week. Yeah, third week. Just like every other day, have we been doing? This is part of the fundamental, right? Every exercise, every workout is 4 exercises, 3 to 5 sets, a minute work. As long as you put that minute work, you deserve that 30-second rest, right? So today we got jump squats, just like squatting, but we going explosive, right? Like I said, we taking it up a notch. We got single leg bridges, just like how we did, I believe, like we did the first week, but this time we're going to do it with one leg. Split squats, that one, torture to the legs, right? Easy way to get into this position is to, sit on your legs and boom, right? Depending on the height too, right? Because sometimes, this one I can't get my knee down, but there's sometimes where, you can go all the way down to, get that full explosive range. And then single leg calf raise, right? Working on ankle mobility, stability, strength in the calf, the key elements basically. For beginners, we're gonna try to do 3 sets, intermediate, middle people, 4 to 5 sets, and then advanced, elite, 5 sets in 30 minutes, right? This is what we're doing. You just gotta remember the fundamentals, right? Getting our body used to it, right? It should be a habit, second nature when it comes to the fundamentals. That's the base, the foundation, right? So let's start the workout. We got jump squats. Gonna do it with foot flops. 1 minute work. Let's go. Take your time if you need it, right? Right? You gotta build explosiveness, right? In your legs. Help you run faster, run better, help you lift more. Right? Help you get them toned legs, right? All right. 30-second rest. And single leg bridge. So 30 seconds each side. I'll let y'all know. Alright, let's get it. Let's go. Start with your weak side first. And then if this is too difficult, you can just go back to this. Switch. Working on the key elements. And also that muscle mind connectivity, right? Because remember, just like the first time when we did the regular bridges or glute bridges, when I said squeeze the glute. Alright, 30-second rest. You gotta squeeze, still gotta squeeze both of them, right? Ain't no excuses. It's okay if one squeeze is more than the other. You just still gotta use your muscles. Alright, then we got split squats. Remember what I said? Sit on the leg, take a step forward, come back, and then boom. Alright, starting now. Go as low as you can. You might need something to balance. Or if you don't have anything, you can just, lunges in place, right? Switch sides. And the more farther out you are, the more it's gonna go to your glutes. The closer you in, the more it is to your quads. All right. 30-second rest. And we got single leg calf raise. Now remember, we already worked on fundamentals. We already been doing this. We already, been going on balancing on one leg. We already been doing lunges, getting the balance and coordination, right? Single leg calf raises. I'm gonna start with the lowest level. All right, start now. See, it's just like that. All right, we should be able to do this because we was doing this a while ago, right? All right, switch sides. And then whichever, you don't have to, my hands above hips, go like this. Whichever makes it, better for you, basically. All right? 30-second rest, and we're back to the jump squats. Because they can't really see me. Alright. Tired, sore. Use that 30-second rest to walk it off. You know, so be going like this. You know, if you want me to, if you need to learn what stretches best for what, you know, just ask in the comment, message me. All right, 1 minute jump squats. See, just break it down like that, right? Do as much like 3 to 5, then 3-second pause, then go back at it. Just like that, right? All right, simple as that. Just find your rhythm. All right, 30-second rest. What we got? Single leg bridges. Oh. Almost erased what we was doing. All right. Get ready. Start now. Switch sides. All right. 30-second rest. And we got the split squats. All right, and I'll show you what the lunges weigh for y'all. You know, switch it up, show variations, right? Just so you know that no matter where you are, you can still do these. All right, let's get into it. See? Closer you are, the more it's gonna be in the quads. The farther, glutes. Switch sides. And then some gyms, they have these things called TRXs that hang on the little monkey bar, pull-up bar, whatever. And then you can also use that to help, you know, if you ever need it. 30-second rest. And then single leg calf raise. Like I said, we're gonna try to switch some of the variations up. Right? And look it, we're already almost there. I know y'all over here sweating already, gassed up, but we're almost done. Look at that. That was quick. All right, 30 seconds, let's get it. And then when you're doing it elevated, you want to make sure that your like your whole ball of the feet. So, like right here, is on the platform. I'm not talking about like, oh, it's my toes. Yeah, your toes doing part of it. Switch. But the balls of your feet does the most of the work. That's why they say it's better to run on the ball of your feet than your heels. I mean, yeah, you get more problems with heel striking, but you're more bouncy on your balls in your feet than your heels. 30-second rest, and then for beginners, last set, best set. All right. So get a sip of water right now. All right. Take a sip of your Powerade, Gatorade, your electrolyte. Right? Because we about to start this right now. All right, let's go. All right. All right. Almost there. 3, 2, 1, and done. Well, for this exercise. 30 seconds, and then we got floor work. Remember, beginners, if this is your last set, if you not going any past, 4 or 5, like, I'm just starting working out, so, we're not doing 80% work right now. We're doing 110. Or you're doing 110. All right, single leg bridges. Let's go. Because remember, last set is best set. Right? Your last push before right before you reach the finish line is everything you got plus more. right? You finish the race better than you start the race. Switch right, switch race, switch sides. All right, 30-second rest. And then we got split squats. Remember, walk it off, stretch it out. If you get to drink water and you about to pass out, a tip for future reference for doing these: take a sip every set, a sip a set, right? All right, what we got? Split squats. All right, start now. Boom. Laugh about it. All right, switch sides. And if you want to just play with the position too, you know, find which one you feel 30-second rest benefits you towards your goal, right? Obviously, if you want big legs, you know, focus on quads. You know, you want that booty popping, focus on glutes. You know, want to be agile, focus on, you know, power, quickness, speed, being explosive in, you know, in small quarters. Single leg calf raises. Start. You know, I'm just showing everybody, right, you guys, a program that will help you become better with calisthenics and help you get closer to your goals, whether it's to build muscle, increase strength, right? Switch sides, do more reps on that exercise, get more stamina, get healthier, be more athletic, whatever your goal is, right? This is gonna help you reach toward it, right? It's gonna help you even more just by tweaking some of the exercises, right? So yeah, like there's other variations like I'm telling you, 30-second rest, and then jump squats. We're almost there, guys. And round of applause for the people who got to set 3. But like I was saying, like for instance, you're full athletic, you were in football, whatever, split squats. You can just do the plyo ones, or, you know, the lunge, plyo, be explosive, like I said, with the push-ups. Do which one is geared towards your goal better. There's, tempo, 1 minute jump squats. There's, doing it time under tension. Increasing resistance, getting the body a weighted vest or putting a backpack on. Using the handles to get more range. Doing shorty so you can like increase the amount of reps you can do. Like you just have to tweak it, right? Like just looking at this without explaining anything, a seasoned fitness person is gonna look at this like, yeah, this is basic, I might do this for a beginner that, have no big dream goals, like, I'm trying to be the best of the best. 30-second rest. But explaining what it's for and how to use it, it's understandable that it's meant to look like it's basic, because it's not. It's basic. It's simple. It's very detailed in a simple form, so you can be like, well, I can't do that. I don't have this, so I know I can substitute this for this. I can't do this, I gotta do this. It's like alternate or tweaking, basically what I said. Single leg bridge. Let's get it. Right, I showed you alternates even if you don't have a pull bar. You can use the lat pull down machine. Right? Switch sides. You can use something to hang on, right? As long as you have something that's weighted or something that you can hold on to that's stable, you're good. Alright, 30-second rest. You try and get bigger, stronger. I showed you ways by adding weights, using dumbbells and all that. Or resistant band, my fault. Alright, split squats, but I'm switching with the lunges. And notice that I didn't go like this and come back, or even with the reverse, because we staying in that position, right? Oh. And start like for this. A runner ain't gonna, well, yeah, they're gonna switch, variations sometimes, get that stretch right here in the hams, or not in the hams, but like in the glutes and quads and all that. But a lot of times they're gonna be, doing it close, because that's how you start off, right? Obviously they're gonna switch it up, because depending on how you run, some people run uh, you know, with the long stereo stride. Switch sides, I think. Some people run with a short stride, right? There's tall runners, there's short runners, there's people that run with long legs, there's people that run with short legs, right? So it's like you can't make a workout specific cater to the T for somebody and expect it to work great for somebody else, right? So I had to keep that in mind with this. 30-second rest, and we're gonna do single leg calf raises. But it's like, in order for y'all to know that this program is for you to be able to be like, you know what? I want to start being athletic. Let me go and do a progress version of this exercise. Or I'm not at the park. I'm in the office. There's a lat pull down machine downstairs, so I gotta switch to pull ups or chin ups, doing it on there. It's stuff like that, right? Where we at? Jump squats? Oh, calf raise. Start now. Uh-oh. You hear that? The police is coming for y'all. Cause y'all out here making illegal gains out here by following me. Wink, wink. Alright, switch sides. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That was a good stretch. You heard all them bones cracking? In my feet. I don't know if that's like a flat foot person thing. Bones always cracking in your feet. Alright, 30-second rest. But let me know, right? And then now we on to the last set. That set for you guys. I might be talking and bullshitting. Cause I'm just trying to give y'all information. I'm giving y'all information in ways that y'all gonna be like, God damn, it's too much overload, malfunction about to explode. Alright, we got jump squats. 1 minute. But don't worry. As long as you following, you're gonna learn. You're gonna understand. You're gonna understand how to reach your goals, right? You're gonna understand that life is like a bicycle, right? It's gonna take a lot. See, if you haven't noticed, every workout starts off with probably one of the hardest or energy consuming exercise, and towards the middle, close to the end, it gets easier, and then you go back to the hard part because that's the momentum. 30-second rest, that's the momentum, trying to gain control of your bike, your life, right? And there's obstacles, there's trees, there's people, there's bumps and cracks on the floor, plants and trees, dogs, whatever you name it. All those are supposed to be metaphors for, you know, problem, stress, negativity, the bad bullshit. Single leg bridge. Start in now. And what happens if you don't complete? If you gave up right now, you see the finish line, right? And you know, oh, it's just a couple more feet away. But you just fall off your bike and don't want to get back up. 30-second rest. Switch sides. Right? If you're gonna fall off the bike and not get back up, if you fall off the bike, right? Because you know some even seasoned riders and cyclists fall off their bike before when they first started, you know, beginning of their races, you know, but you don't see it now because they found their rhythm, right? They found their rhythm. They got the fundamentals, the foundation down. They worked on the key elements. 30-second rest. And then we got split squats. Right? And even when they was training so they won't fall off their bike when they do races, right? There was times where they stumbled off their own bike metaphorically in their training or in their life, right? And there was probably people telling them, oh, stay down, you know, you were hurt. Don't get back up. You know, I don't think you're gonna make it. What we got? Split squats. Alright, split squats. Start it now. Whether it's somebody on the outside or the thoughts in their head telling them, don't, you know, there's 100 cyclists doing this better than you, right? Why should you keep on going? You ain't making no progress. That's them falling off their bike. You know, you're not making no progress, right? Your rival cyclists switch sides. Just beat your time, and everybody knows, and they expecting you to respond or whatnot, right? You know, stress. That's telling you to stay down, right? Or negativity telling you to stay down. Or like you have personal problems that just happen to occur or emergency. Stress. Alright, 30-second rest and then we on to the calf raises. Right? You know, that's the pain and suffering, physically, mentally, spiritually, of trying and failing and getting worse, right? But Rome wasn't built in a day. Alright, starting now. Shit, I don't know how long Rome was built, but it's not built in a day, right? Thomas Edison wasn't successful at creating electricity the first time. If it was, it probably was accidental, but still, like, for example, alright, switch sides. women never had rights like a couple hundred years ago. But do you think they just stayed down the ground? Nah. They got on a bike and was like, I can pedal this my own way, and kept on going. No matter who threw rocks, pushed them, whatnot, try to get in their way, they kept on going, and they reached to their goal. And just like us, right? We completed another day, right? 3 to 5 minutes of jump of explosive squats. Get them legs, you know. You want to jump high, dunk. You want to run fast, be explosive, you know. It even also helps with, I ain't got the balance here, but you already know. Split squats, single leg bridges, you know, working on glutes, the core, key elements. You're working on all that, right? Calf raises. That's even for, you know, being explosive. Because you can even want to make this purely for an athletic person. You can even do, you know, I mean, we was doing the skater hops the other day, right? It's just, nothing is a one size fits all, but everybody can benefit off of the same thing, basically, in their own way, just depending on how you use it, right? Obviously, nobody ain't gonna, you know, benefit from this if they started and gave up and fall off their bike, because life's like a bicycle. It takes a lot to keep going, but once you keep going, don't stop.